Hey there, welcome to Everyday English.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English. I'm Benji.
And I'm Luna. So today we're trying something a little different.
That's right, we've had a lot of listeners write in asking for episodes that focus more on the language itself, how to sound more natural, how to avoid common mistakes, how to be better understood.
And we thought, what better place to start than pronunciation? Because you can have perfect grammar and a huge vocabulary, but if people can't understand what you're saying, it all falls apart.
Pronunciation is the way you produce sounds when you speak, and English pronunciation is notoriously tricky. Notoriously means something is widely known for a negative reason. English spelling and pronunciation do not always match up.
That's the big challenge. In many languages, the way a word is spelled tells you exactly how to say it. English is not like that at all.
The word though is spelled T-H-O-U-G-H, but pronounced though. The word through is spelled T-H-R-O-U-G-H, but pronounced through. And tough is spelled T-O-U-G-H, but pronounced tough.
Same letters, completely different sounds. It's genuinely confusing, and even advanced English speakers make mistakes.
So today we're going to go through some of the most commonly mispronounced words in English and show you the correct way to say them. We'll go slowly and clearly so you can hear each one properly.
Let's start with a group of words that are very commonly mispronounced because the spelling is misleading. The first one is Wednesday.
Wednesday is spelled W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. A lot of people pronounce every letter and say Wednesday, but the correct pronunciation is Wednesday. The D in the middle is silent.
Silent means you don't pronounce it, even though it's written there. English has a lot of silent letters, which is one of the reasons pronunciation is so difficult.
Let's say it together slowly. Wednesday. Wednesday. The middle part is almost like saying when's, as in when's dinner. Wednesday. Wednesday.
Next one, February. Spelled F-E-B-R-U-A-R-Y. Many people say February, but the correct pronunciation is February, or in faster natural speech, often just February.
Both are widely accepted, but February is the more precise pronunciation. Feb-ru-airy. February.
Next, comfortable. This is a really common one. People often say comfortable, pronouncing all 4 syllables clearly. But in natural English speech, it's usually said as 3 syllables. Comfortable. Comfortable.
This happens a lot in English. Words that look like they have many syllables get compressed in natural speech. A syllable, by the way, is a unit of sound in a word. The word cat has 1 syllable, apple has 2, ap-bull, and beautiful has 3, beau-ti-ful.
Next word, vegetable. Often mispronounced as veg-e-ta-bull, with 4 syllables. In natural English speech, it's 3 syllables. Veg-ta-bull. Vegetable.
And similarly, chocolate. Not choc-o-late with 3 equal syllables, but chocolate or chocolate. The middle syllable almost disappears. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Okay, let's move to a group of words where the stress is often put on the wrong syllable. Stress in pronunciation means which part of the word you emphasize or say more loudly and clearly.
In English, putting the stress on the wrong syllable can make a word very hard to understand, even if all the individual sounds are correct.
For example, the word photography. Many people stress the first syllable and say photography, but the correct stress is on the second syllable, photography. Pho-ta-gra-phy. Photography.
And its related words follow the same pattern. Photograph stresses the first syllable, photograph, but photographer stresses the second, photographer, and photographic stresses the third, photographic.
The stress shifts depending on the form of the word. This is one of the trickier aspects of English pronunciation, and it takes time to get a feel for it.
Another common stress mistake, comfortable, which we already mentioned, and interesting. Many learners say interesting, stressing the third syllable. But in natural English speech, the stress is on the first syllable, interesting. And as we mentioned, it often gets compressed to 3 syllables, interesting, interesting.
Now let's look at some specific sounds that are difficult for many English learners. The first is the TH sound. English has two TH sounds, and they don't exist in many other languages, which makes them particularly challenging.
The first TH sound is voiced, meaning your vocal cords vibrate when you make it. You can feel this by placing your fingers lightly on your throat. Words like the, this, that, there, them, though. The TH in these words sounds almost like a D, but with your tongue touching your upper teeth.
Try it. Put the tip of your tongue between your teeth or just behind your upper teeth and make a sound. The, this, that. The tongue placement is the key.
The second TH sound is unvoiced. Your vocal cords don't vibrate. Words like think, three, think, through, breath. This one sounds a little like an F or S, but again with the tongue behind the upper teeth.
A common mistake is replacing the voiced TH with a D, saying dis instead of this, and day instead of they, and replacing the unvoiced TH with an F or S, saying think instead of think, and free instead of three.
These substitutions are very common, and while people will usually understand you, working on the correct TH sound will make your English sound much more natural.
The next tricky sound is the difference between the short I sound and the long E sound. This one causes a lot of confusion because minimal pairs, words that differ by only one sound, can have completely different meanings.
A minimal pair is two words that sound almost identical but differ by just one sound. For example, ship and sheep, bit and beat, live and leave, fill and feel.
The short I sound, as in ship, bit, fill, is made with a relaxed mouth and a short, quick vowel. The long E sound, as in sheep, beat, feel, is made with your lips slightly spread and the sound is longer and more drawn out.
This distinction matters. Saying I want to leave versus I want to live means two very different things. Saying I can feel it versus I can fill it, completely different meanings.
Practice these pairs slowly. Ship, sheep, bit, beat, live, leave, fill, feel. Listen to the difference and practice making each sound distinctly.
Now let's go through some individual words that are very commonly mispronounced. These come up all the time in everyday conversation.
Asked. Many people add an extra syllable and say axed, or drop the K entirely and say asked. The correct pronunciation is asked, just one syllable with a KT sound at the end. Asked.
Clothes. Often pronounced clo-tes with two syllables, but in natural speech it's one syllable, close, like the word close as in close the door, close.
Especially, a very commonly mispronounced word. Many people say especially, adding an X sound at the beginning, but there is no X. It starts with an E. Pesh, alley. Pesh, alley, especially.
Literally. Often said as lit rally, dropping the middle syllable entirely in informal speech. The full pronunciation is literally, but literally is very common and natural in everyday conversation.
Nuclear, a famously mispronounced word. The incorrect nuclear version is very widespread, but the correct pronunciation is nuclear. Nuclear.
Espresso. This one comes up a lot at coffee shops. Many people say espresso, adding an X, but there is no X. It's espresso. Espresso. Espresso.
This one is very important for everyday life.
Absolutely essential. Getting your coffee order right is a life skill.
Okay, let's talk about one more area, the pronunciation of the word the. This tiny word actually has two pronunciations, and knowing when to use each one makes your English sound much more natural.
Before a word that starts with a consonant sound, you say the cat, the book, the car.
Before a word that starts with a vowel sound, you say the apple, the elephant, the orange.
So it's the cat, but the apple, the book, but the end, This happens naturally in fast speech once you're aware of it.
And there's a third use. When you want to emphasize something as unique or special, you also say the, regardless of what follows. This is the restaurant everyone is talking about. The extra emphasis signals that it's the one and only.
Great point. Okay, let's do a quick recap of what we covered today. Silent letters, letters that are written but not pronounced, like the D in Wednesday. Syllable compression, words that look long but are spoken more quickly in natural speech, like comfortable and vegetable.
Word stress, which syllable you emphasize, like photography, not photography. The TH sounds, both voiced and unvoiced, made with the tongue behind the upper teeth. And minimal pairs, words that differ by just one sound, like ship and sheep, or live and leave.
And some specific words to practice: Wednesday, February, comfortable, vegetable, chocolate, photography, asked, clothes, especially, literally, nuclear, and espresso.
The best way to improve your pronunciation is to listen as much as possible and practice out loud. Don't just read English, speak it. Even if you're alone, talk to yourself. Repeat words and phrases you hear, record yourself, and listen back.
Recording yourself is uncomfortable at first, but it's one of the most effective ways to notice and correct your own mistakes.
And be patient with yourself. Pronunciation takes time. Even people who have spoken English for years still work on it.
Next episode, we're continuing the series with confusing word pairs, words that look or sound similar but have completely different meanings. That one is going to be really useful.
Before we go, if you're enjoying Everyday English, please subscribe wherever you're listening. It's completely free and it really helps us reach more people who are learning English.
We appreciate every single one of you. That's episode 33, everyone. Go practice your TH sounds.
And order an espresso correctly. See you next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.